So now moving on to Dr. Appa Pendse's vision, how does Nyan Prabodhini follow his teachings of exposure and challenge in all its pursuits? And I'll add one more question. Dr. Appa Pendse's vision of man making through the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. So, do the students resonate with it and follow it even now? And I mean, if yes, so how?
What was your first question?
Oh yes, sorry. I mean his focus on exposure and challenge in all pursuits.
For that, he had suggested a few ways. He has started implementing those, and I worked on one of that idea laterwards. He talked about 3 type of tasks or activities should be given to students: individual task, pair task, and group task. So in all these tasks, the student has to face a novel situation within the classroom or outside the classroom, outside the school campus also. And the first time they face that situation, it is an exposure to them. And they just learn to adjust with that situation and see whether it is comfortable or uncomfortable. It is comfortable, we have to give them a slightly different task or difficult task, but it is uncomfortable, then that means they have understood their comfort zone. So to take challenges, you have to learn to go beyond your comfort zone. So you have to give them various types of exposure, so first they understand what is their comfort zone. That can be done in individual tasks best way. Then in paired tasks, you give them a chance to see how they are interacting with other persons. And when you have to work in the society, you have to adjust with the outside situation and with the people who are working with you. So first, only one person in a pair, they start working and complete the task. At the same time, they have to adjust to each other's styles of working. So that is another type of exposure. And then in the group tasks, they learn how to interact in a group. We have found that initially a group of 4 is ideal for the students to learn to interact in a group, how to converse with all the people, how to remember the conversations and use that in the task. And once they start taking part in all these activities, individual tasks, pair tasks and group tasks, then they know their strengths and weaknesses, on what aspects of the personality they have to work and improve. And then these tasks and the projects which they are doing in the school, so if we combine those, then through their projects they get different type of challenges, because they have to decide the topic, they have to decide the level of achievement, and once they start deciding their own targets, then they learn how to handle challenges and how to work for those. Individual tasks or pair tasks or group tasks or a project, we have found that selling some goods is a very good task, which gives exposure to various types of customers and how to converse with them. And at the same time, there is a definite target amount which you have to sell. So they know how much they have to work. So those selling activities are a good combination of all these, where there is exposure and challenge both. And that can continue right from the 5th standard to 10th standard and even after that. That was the first part of your question. The second part was, actually Dr. Pendse and Vivekananda did not say different things. Vivekananda said first you have to learn to feel from the heart. Dr. Pendse said that we have to teach concern. Then Vivekananda said that find out a way to solve a problem which disturbed you. For that you need competence to solve that. That is what Dr. Pendse said. And then once you have decided on what problem you have to work and in which way you are going to work, Then Swami Vivekananda said you have to remain steadfast and keep on working till that is over. So Dr. Pendse said that you need commitment. So concern, competence and commitment, these are the things which has to be learned. Now I have found that Dr. Pendse used different words which were relevant in his times. So now the idea is different. Same. Man making means you have to develop these three qualities: concern, competence and commitment. But you have to teach it or tell it or demonstrate it to students using today's language. So contemporary language, contemporary jargon you have to use, and if you use that, students resonate. If you use a language which was being used 10 years ago, they don't resonate. So just on 26th January, we have a lecture every time here after flag hoisting. The lecture title was Indians by Birth and Indians by Choice.
Okay.
Contemporary topic because of Rishi Sunak and everything.
Yes, yes. Interesting.
Now the speaker used clips from various movies and various sports matches from football and cricket, and using those film clips he explained the topic to everyone, and the students received it very well, and they said that this is what has to be done. If he had used some different jargon, they would have not used it. So the students resonate because man making is a topic dear to everyone, even if they don't understand it, it comes from within. This commitment, competence and concern, they are human qualities, so they resonate, but they have to be told it in the contemporary language or the jargon which their students are using.